Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings and welcome to the Ball Chat BCN Sports Watch Along of Egypt versus Senegal. Actually, we're doing the whole semifinals of AFCON today, as we already have kickoff as Nicholas Jackson been pulled down here. And did they call a dive? Anyway, still 0-0 Egypt versus Senegal. And it's a free kick to Senegal in a dangerous position here. As we get started, I'm trying to get my camera situated, guys. So just give me a second. Hit the like, hit subscribe. We cannot show the game. Let's let you know right now. We cannot show the game, so please don't be mad at us. We cannot show the game. But we're doing a watch along. And if you're able to watch the game and want to be a part of our commentary, hey, hang around. And we're a free kick into the box. So it's going to be a corner kick to Senegal here. Oh, it's a goal kick, it looks like, yeah. Oh, corner kick. So corner kick to Senegal. Put your predictions in. I actually have no predictions for these games. These games have been so good. I actually have no predictions. I'm just here to enjoy the ball game as Juve gets ready to put in a corner kick for Senegal, who has started on the front foot here. Senegal versus Egypt. First semifinal of the day. Pack house here in Morocco. See if I can get my camera situated here. And off the deflection in the corner, a long shot there from Diarra, it looks like, and it goes way over the bar. Egypt in possession, trying to get their footing into the game. There's my camera. I'm going to put this over here. There goes that cute face. Hopefully everybody's having fun. I am taking time off at work. I had to take time off today to do this watch along. Definitely had to take time off for this watch along. There we go. All right, back to the ball game. Still early days here. Hopefully you guys are hearing me loud and clear. Big up to Benton. He's at work. I know it's killing Benton that he cannot watch this game, but I'll deputize for him and do my best to provide play-by-play coverage. Here's Mohamed Salah trying to get Marmoush away to the box. Well read there by Diouf, and Diouf gets the ball out there now to Diatta. Diatta in possession, looking long, trying to get Jackson, headed away by Egypt. And here's back to Mohamed Salah, deep in the Senegal half. This game was built, I don't want to say built as Mohamed Salah versus Sadio Mané, but there was a little bit of that element to the game coming in. Here's Hani. Hani breaking away and trying to put the ball into the box. And Diouf blocked it in a very sensitive part of his body there, and is now out for a corner for Egypt. As Egypt is now starting to establish themselves in the game. Do remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube right now. Do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing to hit the subscribe button, and we will definitely love the support. Let us know how we're doing. Put it in the chat. Let us know your prediction as Egypt is waiting to take the corner. But again, Diouf is down after getting hit in a very sensitive area of his body. Let's just put it that way, in his family jewels. As we look into the stands. One good thing about the AFCON this year, this AFCON has been a very well-run AFCON. I'm not aware of anything crazy that was going on. It's been well-run, very entertaining, and the right teams are playing at the right time. It actually went up for a throw. And here's Egypt with a throw deep in Senegal's half. They get the ball all the way back to Ibrahim. Ibrahim getting out right to Atia. Haney trying to play 1-2 with Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah having Gueye for company, and Gueye tells him to get up. Another throw-in for Egypt. And Salah is trying to win a free kick against Gueye, but the referee deemed it as just a flop. Now here's Senegal breaking away, trying to relieve the pressure. Sadio Mané wins the throw-in. We're in the 13th minute here. My clock might be off by about 2 minutes. It's okay. 13th minute, still 0-0. Here's a ball putting out long, trying to get Nicholas Jackson away. A played out of touch by Ibrahim for a throw-in to Senegal, deep in Egypt's half. Go ahead, put your predictions in the chat. Let us know who you think is going to win. Here's Sadio Mané in possession. And another throw-in as Haney takes it off his chest and put it out for a throw for Senegal. There's Diouf with the throw-in. And Haney does well to get in front of Sadio Mané. But again, the ball goes into touch for another throw-in for Senegal. And Senegal get the ball all the way back to Mendy. Mendy out left to Diouf. Diouf to Gueye. Gueye to Sadio Mané with a beautiful touch, trying to get around his defender. And there was a collision there. Or was that Nicholas Jackson? You know what? That was a Nicholas Jackson type touch, actually. That was a Nicholas Jackson type touch. Big up Benton. Benton said up. Benton, careful, Benton, careful. Big up to all those who are at work. Shout out to my boss, who is aware that I am out here, but he understands the importance of AFCON. As we have a drone footage of the stadium, a beautiful stadium, beautiful atmosphere, beautiful. The pageantry and the beauty of AFCON. I believe this year AFCON is going to get they're going to earn some great sponsors based on this year's AFCON. Credit to BCN Sports, credit to all the organizers, credit to everybody that has put this package together because they have done well. You're not missing any action. We're now going to have a drop ball, and Senegal will be back in possession here with Nyakate. Nyakate looking long for Ndai. Headed away there by Rabia, but he could only get to Diarra. Diarra in possession, beats his man, puts the ball in the box, and cleared away by Rabia. Or is that Ibrahim? Cleared away by Ibrahim. As Senegal now try to impose themselves on the game. Here's Diarra, puts the ball to the back post, trying to get Sadio Mané. Sadio Mané with a poor first touch, and then trying to do, I don't know what he was trying to do with that second touch, but that second and third touch was just horrible. Goes out for a throw for Egypt, and now Egypt boots the ball long, and now Senegal back in possession in the midfield, but Senegal try to do a one touch, but the Egypt press works, and now here's Marmoush trying to break away, and he's taken down by Koulibaly, and Koulibaly gets a yellow card for a takedown of Marmoush, who arguably he would have been away one-on-one if Koulibaly did not take him down. But to be fair, Nyakate was right beside him. So, yeah, that's a yellow card. It's definitely a yellow card. So Egypt now in possession of a free kick about 35 yards out. I think the issue now is more about that yellow card that Koulibaly just picked up. And let me go ahead and update this. Let me update the team that he just got a yellow card. Koulibaly. There you go. Koulibaly with the yellow card. And for all those who are not from the motherland, not from the continent of Africa, when you watch the AFCON, one thing that you can't help but notice is the type of fan support and the difference in the fan support, as we saw the Senegal section and we saw the Egypt section. It's very lively, very energetic, a lot riding on this game. Here's a free kick by Egypt. Headed away and get back out to Gueye. Gueye puts it long again, and the referee puts his flag up. It looks like he called it offside. So Senegal now about to have a free kick with the offside in their 18-yard box. Mendy setting everybody long. Mendy setting it to Sadio Mane's side. Headed on by Sadio Mané with a deflection. Well, the Nicholas Jackson, a shot from outside the 18, and it went over the bar, but could have done better. It was a good shot. Good shot by Nicholas Jackson, but he could have done better with that one. Sadio Mané did well to press the ball, got the second touch, and Nicholas Jackson scattered over the 18, over the crossbar. Here's Egypt in possession on the left wing, trying to break the press, trying to look long for Marmoush. Headed down by Koulibaly, now by Nyakate, now to Diatta. Diatta looking long for the run of Diarra, and cleared away by Rabia. Throw into Senegal deep in Egypt's half. Ball goes short to Diatta, and the referee is calling over the sideline as Koulibaly is down. Not sure what happened, but he did go over with the header. I don't want to. I'm not a doctor, but he is definitely grabbing to his hip flexor, and I have had a strained hip flexor, and I know how that is. And if that's what he's experiencing right now, he might be done. Uh, 38 people watching right now live. 38. Big up to all those who are tuning in. Um, if you're watching on YouTube, do remember hit the subscribe button, and also do us a favor, please, 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 hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page. Cost nothing. We're trying to build a channel, try to bring good, pure sports content to the masses. Here's the throw into Senegal. Senegal threw the way all the way back in to Koulibaly, who seems to be okay. We'll keep an eye on Koulibaly. Here's Sadio Mané. Cannot take control of that pass, and the ball goes out. Sadio Mané looks old. As he tried to get Sadio Mané the ball, and he couldn't control it. Could have been a better pass, but he should have controlled that. Egypt with a throw in right at the half line, and Koulibaly is down again. Yep, he's definitely done. I think that's it for Koulibaly. And Haney and the Senegal coach trading words there. I don't know why Haney would have a problem with him. As the Senegal players surround Koulibaly with definite concerned looks on their faces. As Koulibaly his race is ran, unfortunately. The Senegal captain is down. And it looks like they're getting a sub ready to get thrown into the game right now. This is an interesting development. Koulibaly definitely coming out the field here. And it looks like Mamadou Sarr is getting ready to come on for him. Let me go ahead and make that substitution from now, because he's definitely done. All right, so Koulibaly is done. And Sarr is on. It looked like I missed a yellow card from earlier too. Let me see who got that yellow card for Egypt. So Abdel Magoud got a yellow card earlier in the game. We have to keep an eye on that. So the other player that's on the field with a yellow card right now is Abdel Magoud. Egypt now in possession. Trying to look long for Mohamed Salah. And he was crowded out there by two Senegalese defenders. And the ball goes back to Sarr with his first touch. Get the ball back to Mendy. Mendy in his 18-yard box looking long. Jackson undercuts the ball here. Sadio Mané does well. Get the ball back to Jackson. Mané took the ball off Jackson's foot here to center circle, looking for options. He got it to Gueye. Now Gueye back to Niakate. Niakate over to Sarr. Sarr getting into the game. Diatta over to Diarra. Diarra gives it away. But Sarr does well. And here's Nicholas Jackson. Jackson over to Gueye. Gueye has Juve over there for company. Juve on the left wing. Can he put a good cross in the box? He does. And headed away by Ibrahim for a throw-in. And Juve throws the ball quickly in. And Niakata over to Sadio Mané. Sadio Mané back to Sarr. Or actually, that is to Gueye. Gueye back to Niakata. Niakata looking long again for Sarr. For Sadio Mané. Ball heads back to the goalkeeper, Shinawi. Shinawi now gets the ball out right to Haney. Haney miscontrol. Gets with Nicholas Jackson. Now to Sadio Mané. Sadio Mané try to break down Ibrahim. Ibrahim does well to take it off his legs. And it's now another throw-in to Senegal. Senegal now with a throw-in. Here's Juve. Juve got the ball back to Niakata. Niakata to Gueye. Gueye back to Niakata. 26th minute. Niakata to Sarr. Gueye made a good dummy run there, but he didn't get picked out. But here's Sadio Mané in the middle. The ball back to Sarr. Sarr gets the ball out right to Diatta. Diarra makes a good overlapping run. Puts the ball back in here, Diatta. And cleared away by Ibrahim. Could only get as far as Idris Gueye. Here's Gueye. Looking into the middle. Makes a dummy run. Makes a plat. Gets the ball to Diatta. Diatta can't get the ball out of his feet, but he does now. Looking for Ndai. Ndai. Back to Diatta. Diatta to Ndai. Ndai with a good touch into the 18-yard box, and the ball is ushered out by Rabia, who did well to shield the ball out for a goal kick to Egypt. So I have Idrissa Gueye and Papa Gueye. When I say Papa, it means Papa Gueye. Let's do that. Still early days. Big up to all the legends watching right now live with us. Wherever you are in the world, if you're watching the game live, or if you can't watch the game right now, you're depending on my commentary. I'm going to do my best to make you feel like you were actually watching the game. It's Fatou. Fatou in possession. Gets the ball back to Abdelmagoud. Abdelmagoud gets the ball back to Shinawi. Shinawi in goal. Get the ball back to Rabia. Rabia out right to Fatou. Fatou looking for options. Get the ball back to Shinawi. Shinawi telling his players to go long, but he goes right back to Rabia. Rabia goes across to his partner. Actually, it's Abdelmagoud going back in between both defenders, and he gave the ball away. And Idrissa Gueye gave the ball away. And here's Mohamed Salah trying to get Mamouche in possession. Here's Mamouche on the side of the 18-yard box. Getting the ball back to Salah. Salah to his right to Ashore. Ashore looking long. Over there to Haney. Haney with a beautiful takedown. And it's called for an offside. Wow, that was a beautiful control. That was a beautiful control. It was definitely called for an offside. I like Benton is saying, smash the like button and hit subscribe. If you're watching over on Facebook, you know what? Let me put the YouTube link in the chat. And if you're watching on Facebook, do us a favor. Hit that button, like, subscribe to our channel, please. I'm begging you to subscribe to our channel. Right now we had, big up, we just got a subscriber. Big up to who just subscribed. It hasn't come through as yet, but see, we have a subscriber. At the end of the day, let's try to get to 540 subscribers. We're at 532. I need 8 more subscribers today. 8 subscribers to this YouTube channel that I just put in the chat. Here's Senegal in possession. Idrissa Gueye with a lot of space in front of him. And Papa Gueye just tried to get a ball. It got shot down. And the referee says play on. Here's Mamouche trying to break away, but Senegal gets the ball back. Here's Diarra in possession to Idris Gueye. Gueye back to Sarr. Sarr to his teammate, or to his centre-back mate, Niakate. Niakate getting the ball to Idris Gueye, who's definitely trying to pull the strings now for Senegal. Here's Diatta to Diarra. Nicholas Jackson made a good run, but he couldn't get picked out. This game is definitely playing like a real semi-final football game. It's a proper football game. Here's Sadio Mané with a beautiful turn. He left Fatou for dead. Got the ball to Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson to Idris Gueye from way out. That's Diarra. Diarra tried a shot from 40 yards out. And I think he probably killed that ant more than troubled the goalkeeper. Well, it did take a deflection. But that ball probably bounced and knocked a grasshopper out. That's how tame that shot was. Even with a deflection, it was a tame shot. He almost killed the grasshopper. Anyway, here's Diouf. Diouf in possession. Diouf plays for West Ham, I believe. Sadio Mané back to Diouf. Diouf looking for Sadio Mané on a return run. Sadio Mané, the old man, breaking down the left wing. Got by his man. And Abdel Magoud, and they're asking for a corner kick. Yes, cameraman. Yeah. Here's Sadio Mané into the box. And a shot. It got through this time by Papa Gueye and comfortable in the end for Shinawi, but that could have gone anywhere. As Rabia did put out a leg. He could have deflected and gone anywhere. And now Egypt with a goal kick, and it goes right back to Senegal, right to the feet of Diatta. Diatta inside to Gueye, Idrissa Gueye. Gueye all the way back to Sarr. Sarr over to Niakate. Niakate in possession. Egypt is starting to chase shadows. You can kind of tell. Here's Diatta. Over to the right to Ndai. Ndai all the way back to Niakate. Here's Niakate. Niakate back to... Here's Papa Gueye. Papa Gueye getting the ball to Jackson, who's been very good with his runs. Can he get something out of it? And Jackson taking down in the 18-yard box. Referee says he got ball first. Here's Mamouche trying to break away and easily taken off the ball by Senegal, who's now back in possession. One thing is for sure. Senegal is bigger, faster, stronger. They are. Oh, Diarra with a beautiful run. And Idrissa Gueye refused to release the ball to him on that side. That would have been a beautiful run if he could have gotten the pass off. But Senegal maintained possession with Sarr. Sarr back to Mendy. Mendy outside the 18 over there to Niakate. Niakate getting the ball inside to Papa Gueye. This is not going to sound good for I hear Papa Gueye was trying to find that ball for Sadio Mané. It's a perfect run again. Put it in the box for Nicholas Jackson, and he took a slight deflection, and that took it away from Jackson. And it went straight to the goalkeeper. That's the run that's been there. That pass has been there for Senegal as Abdel Magoud with a timely deflection on that cross by Sadio Mané. That was going to be a goal. All right, well, it's Nicholas Jackson. That was going to be a goal attempt. Is this Fati? Fati left two Senegalese for dead, trying to get the ball to Marmouche, but it was easily taken away there by Sarr. And now here's Senegal coming back again. This is Papa Gueye. Gueye inside to Diarra. Diarra gives up possession, but the referee did call foul. It did look like a foul. And all the Egyptian players are now running around, pointing to the referee and waving in his face. Go away, guys, go away. It's a foul. That was Fatty with a crunching tackle. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Fatty's argument seems to be that he got his foot on the ball first. To be fair, it did look like he got his foot on the ball first, but modern football, it's a foul. You cluttered the man. It's a foul. Ball's back to Sarr. We're in the 35th minute of the first half. Here's Diarra. Diarra back to Diatta. Diatta back to Sarr. Sarr getting the ball in the middle to Idrissa Gueye. Or that's to Papa Gueye. Here's Papa Gueye. He's telling Sarr to step up. Got Sarr the ball now. Sarr has some space to run into. Comes back to Diatta. Diatta comes all the way across to Niakate. Niakate in possession. And we are seeing the passing stats right now. Senegal has 192 passes to Egypt 83. And that's been the game. I mean, I'm going to make a statement that's going to sound probably damning to all the Egyptian fans in a second. Here's Mamouche trying to get the ball to Mohamed Salah, trying to break away on the right wing, but again, easily cut out by Niakate. Here's Diatta. Diatta to Ndai. Ndai to Diatta. Diatta back to Ndai. Ndai cuts into the 18-yard box. But Rabia with a timely touch again. Another timely deflection. If he had missed that, it would be curtains for Egypt. Here's Senegal back in possession. This is Diarra. Diarra over to Papa Gueye. Gueye looking for options. Telling Juve to make a run. Got the ball over to Sadio Mané. Sadio Mané back to Papa Gueye. Papa Gueye back to Niakate. Niakate over to the right to Sarr. Sarr over to Diatta. Senegal. Egypt has to remain dangerous. But Senegal are killing with ball. And here's Sadio Mané over to the left to Juve. Juve for the ball into the box. Another clearance out by this look like Ibrahim this time. Yes, it's Ibrahim this time. And it's a corner kick for Egypt. Egypt is under siege. Actually, that was Abdel Mogoud again. Yo, Abdel Mogoud, he's getting to every cross from Senegal. He's having one of those games. Here's Juve for the corner kick. Puts it into the box. And again, headed out by Egypt. I'm going to say that's Abdel Mogoud. Here's Juve trying to put the ball in again, and Fatty deflected it, trying to save from going up for a corner. He now has Jackson for company, and Jackson bails him out with a foul right on the end line. Definitely bail out, that was assured. Jackson definitely bail out assured. That's just a Jackson tackle. And after he puts that tackle, he puts a thumbs up. That's just Nicholas Jackson at his best right there. What else can I say? That's just Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson being Nicholas Jackson there, guys. I want to say big up to Adewale Ibrahim. Big up, salute for the subscribe. Adewale Ibrahim. Big up. Here's a goal kick for Egypt, headed out by, it looks like that's Papa Gueye for a throw into Egypt. Egypt finally now has possession deep in or halfway into the Senegal half, as Haney is now imploring his players to step up. Egypt has been so used to playing in their half that they don't want to step up into the Senegal half. And after two nervous passes, Senegal now back in possession, but Haney does well to win Egypt back to possession. Haney to the right for Mohamed Salah. Here's Salah. Can he do something against Gueye? No, he can't. Gueye easily takes it off his foot. Here is Sadio Mané and Mohamed Salah. Pushed out Sadio Mané from behind, and Sadio Mané, well, yeah, he did kick him. He did kick him on his ankle. Wow. Mohamed Salah is very lucky to not get a yellow card. And no, an Egypt player is down, holding his right leg. What is this? Oh, who kicked down this guy? And now the Egyptian bench and the Senegal bench is going at each other. Both benches have cleared. The coaches are met in the middle. Where is the fourth official? As now the Senegal coach and the Egypt coach just hugged each other to say we are okay. And the Egypt coach is trying to calm everybody down because it look like, yo, this is war. But who is this player that is down? When did this player go down for Egypt? Who is this? Haiti. When did Haiti go down? We see the tackle by Sadio Mané. Sadio Mané goes down. The Egypt coach. Yo, this is comedy. The Egypt coach is hugging all the Senegalese coaches now. Big up to Asme Bakali. Hopefully I pronounced the name properly. Asme Bakali. Big up. The referee is now conferring with the Senegalese, and the Senegalese players, as Diarra gets a yellow card for what? And now they are saying what's going on. And Diarra gets a yellow card. Haiti is still down. In the run of play, we need more replays. In the run of play, Mane was the one that got tackled by. Here's Ashore getting by. So I guess the cameraman is even trying to find where this yellow card is, because you know what? Let me shut up and let me just put the yellow card on Diarra. And Diarra, you should do the same. Shut up and take a yellow card. And now the referee is talking to both coaches, and both coaches are trying to tell the referee they're good. All right, Mr. Ref, we're good. Both coaches are saying we're good. And it looks like that's Egypt's president, and I'm going to say that's Egypt's president and Senegalese. I don't think that's Senegal president. I don't know them. If somebody in the chat, let me know. Who is that? Is that the Egyptian president? It looked like the Egyptian president, but I don't know who the brother beside him. I don't even know the president. I don't know. Anyway, we're back to the game. After all of that, we're back to the game. Here's Sarr in possession. Get the ball out to Diatta. Diatta trying to get the ball in the middle to Gui, and it's very fortunate. Anyway, here's Sarr. Here's Diouf. Diouf looking long for Sadio Mané with a beautiful cross, a beautiful first pass here, and he was unable to keep it in though, and is now out for a goal kick. Senegal need to put some balance, because right now they're left side dominant. They are doing well. Egypt is struggling, but they should look. This game is starting to feel like Nigeria versus Morocco, or Algeria. Nigeria versus Algeria. That's what this game is starting to feel like. Big up to, we got 2 more subscribers. Big up. We're at 534. We're looking to get to 540 subscribers. Big up to all who are subscribing. Really appreciate it. Here's Mamouche in possession. Egypt with a one of those rare forays into the box. As Sarr does well, and now the ball gets out to Diouf. Diouf looking long again for. And it's a throw-in as the linesman is saying the ball went out for a throw. It's now Egypt throw deep in Senegal half. Here's Haney getting the ball to Mohamed Salah, and Salah was pulled down. And it's now a free kick. Egypt now has a free kick to the right of the 18-yard box, closer to the touchline, as Joof was draped all over Salah like a $20 jacket, and he pulled him down. Now Salah whistled opportunity in, and we're in stoppage time. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Egypt with a chance, one of those rare chances to pressure Senegal's goal. And Egypt knows the importance of this free kick, and you can tell a lot riding on this free kick right here. Mohamed Salah likes what he sees, puts the ball into the box. The ball went through everybody. As Ibrahim missed, Ibrahim was open at the front post. I guess he was trying to head the ball on, missed it, and the ball bounced in between the Senegal players. They didn't know what was going on, and after all that excitement, it went out for a goal kick. It's a goal kick to Senegal. Here's Ndiaye. Ndiaye back to Diatta. Diatta looking long. Trying to get Diarra. Diarra, who is playing on a yellow card, bundles over Fatou. And actually, it's Fati. Bundles over Fati. From behind. Diarra better be careful. Better be careful. Try and look long there for Haney or Atia. And the ball was headed out by Joof for a throw-in to Egypt. Egypt now in possession with the throw at the center circle. And Ashore does stupidness with the ball. And now Senegal gets back the ball. And Ashore, this game is too big for Ashore. This game is too big for Ashore. I'm sorry. Here's Diatta in possession. Gets the ball back to Idrissa Gueye. Gueye gets the ball off to Niakata. Niakata to Sarr. Sarr to Diarra. Diarra to Diatte. Diatte back to Sarr. Sarr looking. Eventually goes all the way back to Mendy. Mendy in possession. Officially or unofficially, it's about 2 minutes left in the first half of stoppage time. Here's Diarra. Diarra all the way back to Sarr. Sarr to Ndiaye. Ndiaye, having two Egyptians for company, get the ball out to the right to Diatta. Diatta gets the ball to Nicholas Jackson. Can he put the ball in the box? No, he can't. Can he control the ball? No, he can't. That's the Nicholas Jackson we all know. And now he just bundled the ball out for a goal kick. That is the Nicholas Jackson we all know. Wow. Had possession. Couldn't control it the first time. Couldn't control it the second time. Rabia is trying to shield the ball out and he just kicks, and then Nicholas Jackson kicks the ball out for a goal kick. We're doing wall-to-wall coverage here as the referee should be calling halftime any second now. As Marmoush takes down, but here's Nicholas Jackson with a quick free kick. He's in the 18-yard box. He's onside. Ndiaye takes the ball off his foot, luckily. Gets the ball out to Jai. Oh! Diarra trying to get the ball into Sadio Mané, who was in a great position to turn and shoot. And again, Abdel Magoud was in the right position to hit the ball out for a corner. We're in the end of stoppage time. People, okay, this is why I love AFCON. I love AFCON. And this is the reason why. It's 4 minutes of stoppage time, right? Senegal just got a corner kick call, but we're well into 4 minutes. It happened. So 4 minutes of stoppage time. So we're looking at 49 minutes. Game, the first half should end. We're in the 49th minute. Senegal just got a corner. Diouf, who takes all the corners or took the corners earlier in the game from that side, he set the ball ready to kick it, but then he called over somebody else to come and kick the corner. And what did the referee do? Yo, come out of the field. Halftime. And the referee, his reaction was one of disgust. It was like, yo, come off the field. Halftime. It was so funny. And the Senegalese players ran to the ref like, what are you doing? What are you doing? The ref say, yo, but tell you the 4 minutes and you want to take extra time? Come off the field, man. Go in the locker room. If you can't score in 49 minutes, you're not going to score now. Get off the field. Yes, cameraman. Hi. I need to go visit Senegal. I've never been to Africa. Big up to Benton. Benton has been to Africa. I don't want to talk in business, but Benton has been to Africa. And when Benton went to Africa, he did not want to come back. So I want to go to Africa. If you're watching right now in the chat, it's halftime. 0-0 halftime. Senegal versus Egypt. Match day 1 or the semifinal 1. The first semifinal game. The second game will be just as big as this one, as Nigeria will be taking on Morocco in a big ball game. Let me just get the other score ready here. One second, people. Let's get the second half score line ready there. All right. So it's still 0-0 halftime. Let me go through the halftime stats. Do remember, hit the subscribe button on our Facebook page. You can also do it on our YouTube. Definitely hit the subscribe button on the YouTube page. First half stats. Senegal had 70% possession to Egypt 30%. Shots on goal, Senegal had 2, Egypt had none. Shot attempts, Senegal had 4, Egypt had none. Fouls, Senegal with 5, Egypt with 6. Yellow cards, Senegal with 2, Egypt with 1. No red cards, of course. Senegal have had 3 corner kicks. Egypt has made 2 saves. And only one player on the field a yellow card, as we lost Koulibaly early in the game to an apparent injury around the groin area. He did try to play through it, but was unable to finish. So Koulibaly was the first and only substitution. So far in the game, like I said earlier, Egypt they are around. Egypt is trying to remain dangerous. However, Senegal is way better. Way better. And the way it looks so far, unless Egypt has some game-changing player that they can come off the bench, doesn't look good for Egypt. Doesn't look good for Egypt at all. And I also will say that it's just a matter of time. Now, to be fair, Senegal has not created a Gills Edge chance as yet. However, I have to big up Abdel Magoud, who has been instrumental in keeping Senegal at bay. He has made some timely interceptions. So the game is finally poised. It's halftime. I'm gonna take a break, and I'll be right back for the start of the second half. Boy, I'll play some music or something, but don't want to get into any trouble. Let me put up the halftime stats. Let me at least do that before I... And in other games, we know in the Carabao Cup, Chelsea will be playing Arsenal today as... Let's see how that first leg goes. Let me just put it that way. Currently in the Bundesliga, we have Wolfsburg is playing against St. Pauli with Wolfsburg leading 1-0. Copa del Rey will be playing today. The new look Real Madrid, under their new coach, will be kicking off in the Copa del Rey today. A lot going on there. Alright, so I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Big up to our new subscribers. We are on the road to 540 or 550. We're on the road to 550 subscribers, and we're getting there. So big up to our new subscribers. Be right back. It's halftime. Senegal 0, Egypt 0. You know what? Let me just put at the half. There you go. All right, I'll be right back. What the cameraman is doing a great job. Big up to the camera personnel doing a great job. Showing the vibes in the stands. Yo, you know, I love what they did in the AFCON, like I said earlier, and showing the vibes and the energy, and you know, this is me. I'm not speaking for anybody. I'm not speaking for everybody. This is my opinion. This is Junior's opinion. So nobody take offense to what Junior is saying. This is what Junior. I want to visit Africa, right? And when I think of countries that I would want to visit in Africa, of course, one of the first countries that come to mind is Nigeria in terms of popularity for me. Right? So you have Nigeria, probably Ghana will be next, South Africa, you know. But I would like to know, and for all those that are watching right now, it's still halftime, still 0-0 halftime. See, I see we have a lot of people watching right now, so I want to know. Just put in the chat. Where should I visit in Africa? Should it be North Africa, East Africa, West Africa, South Africa? You don't have to go definitely like if you want to put a country name, but and for those who care what I like to eat, I love seafood. Love seafood. So I'm guessing anywhere on the coast, any one of those African coasts, I should be good, right? But as they're getting ready for the second half. But put in the chat. Let's get some interaction going in the chat, man. Put it in the chat. Where should I go to visit in Africa? If I was to visit in Africa, where should I go? I like seafood and I like scenery. If you know what I mean, I like scenery. So, where should I go? As the second half, the players are coming out for the start of the second half. Keys to the game. Egypt has to figure out some way to establish some form of possession, because the rate the game is going is just a matter of time. It feels like it's just a matter of time before Senegal break them down and get a chance. So the keys to the game for me is Egypt. They have to win the midfield. They are completely overrun in the midfield. Senegal is very comfortable on the ball. Senegal looks like the better team, the more composed team, the team that is ready to go to the finals. So for Egypt, they have to take the second half to them. And you can tell that they're trying to get into some crunching tackles and play hard, but it's more than that. As Trezeguet is getting ready to come on, as I was going to say, they need to make a substitution. They have to make some change in that midfield. So Trezeguet is coming out for sure. While for Senegal, score early. Senegal just need to score early. They are in the ascendancy. Go out there, score early. And if you don't score early, don't lose your head. You have a long second half to go. Just play, stay consistent, play the way you've been playing, and you'll be okay. Trezeguet is coming on for Fatou. So is this a change in shape? And Diarra is coming off for Senegal. I guess that yellow card kind of hurt him. So they're taking off Diarra. So Trezeguet is on for Fatou. I'm curious to know, is this a formation change? Is Egypt going into a back three? Time will tell as we have the second half kickoff. I'll go ahead and update the substitutions right now. Big up for Fornon. Fornon says Morocco. I should go to Morocco, the only nice country in Africa, to be honest. West Africa is so violent and dirty. Go Agadir, Marrakesh, and Rabat. Okay. Morocco definitely has a vibe to it too. Definitely has a vibe. That's somewhere that I'm definitely would want to visit. Unfortunate though about the violence and that is something that unfortunately countries have to deal with. And that's the beauty of having something like that's the beauty of having something like AFCON to show a different side of Africa, you know? So we'll love that. And Egypt is definitely changing shape as they took off Fatou, put Trezeguet on. Let me go ahead and make this sub. Hopefully I don't miss a goal. As Ashore is down. So Egypt is definitely falling into a back three. They might as well have put Abdul Mugud in the middle of that back three from earlier because he's basically been playing there the whole time. And Fatou is off. Trezeguet. So let's see how Senegal deal with this back three now, this changing system. I've seen the Ashore foul again, and Ashore is showing his displeasure to that foul. He get a yellow card for that? Not yet. But for Senegal, they took off Diarra. I think Diarra came off because of that yellow card. And Camara is on. I'm going to make that change as well. All right, so those are our subs. Yeah, look, oh, cameraman, great job, great camera work there. And if all those who are new to the channel, you will eventually figure out why I'm saying that. Now back to the game. Senegal in possession with Mendy in the box. First minute of the second half. Looking at Egypt's setup, they have a straight line of a back five, but they are very tight. They're very close, putting a lot of space on the wings. But they're definitely in a back three that I guess when they're in possession, when they're out of possession, it turns into a back five. But when they're in possession, it's a back three. Benton is saying they should take off money. I wouldn't take off money. I wouldn't take off money right now. Here's Endai. Endai wins a throw in for Senegal. Senegal throws it in. Here's Diatta. Diatta. Back to Gueye. Gueye back to Niakate. Niakate out left to Juve. Juve back to Niakate. Niakate getting the ball back inside to Koulibaly. Koulibaly. It's to Sarr. Here's Sarr back to Idrissa Gueye. Idrissa Gueye in possession, looking long, looking for somebody to make a run. Nobody can make a run or time their run. Get the ball to Endai. Endai back to Sarr. Sarr back to Niakate. Niakate out left to Juve. Here's Juve, and he did not give the ball to Sadio, who just made another great run into the channel. I think the change in formation is pushing Senegal off a little bit, because in the first half they were making those darting runs in behind the back four. But here's Juve now in possession. Cleared away there by Ibrahim, and it's now a throw into Senegal. But Senegal definitely is trying to adjust to this new shape. Egypt seems to have plugged the hole. Now let's see how Senegal approaches this one now. Here's Senegal looking long. This is the run I'm talking about. Get the ball to Nicholas Jackson. And Nicholas Jackson, again being Nicholas Jackson, let Abdel Magoud get the ball off him and kick off a throw. Here's Diatta. Diatta inside to Papa Gueye. Gueye back to Diatta. Diatta back to Gueye. In front of that back five. I tried to do some step overs and mistouched the ball. Here's Trezeguet. The ball back to Rabia. Rabia looking long. Here's Mamouche. Beautiful control under pressure. Gets the ball to Ashore. Ashore try to get to Trezeguet. Trezeguet now breaks away. Bossaman Salad. Get the ball to Mamouche. And here's finally get the ball out to Mohamed Salah, who wanted the ball a lot earlier. And that opportunity now just passed them by. Here's Fatih. Fatih getting the ball out left to Rabia. Rabia gets the ball back into the middle to Abdelmoud. Good. Out to Atia. Atia out right. Here's Haney. Haney all the way back to their goalkeeper, Shawari. Shawari to Abdelmoud. Abdelmoud out left to Rabia. Rabia looking long. Trying to get somebody to break on that pass. But it was easily read there by Niakate. Niakate into Idrissa Gueye. Gueye now stepping across the center circle. Down to Nicholas Jackson with a... You know, normally we want to say it's a good touch or unlucky touch, as he tried to get the ball out to Endai breaking on the right wing. And the ball kind of just went in between Endai and Idrissa Gueye and went off for a goal kick. Anyway, here's Egypt in possession, looking long for Ashore. Ashore with a good touch back for Mohamed Salah. Salah back to Ashore. Ashore with only Mamouche and Salah ahead of him. So Egypt is, when attacking, they only have 3 players going up in the attack. They had possession and nobody else came in the camera frame. That is a problem for Egypt. Big up to Elias Torres. Elias Torres asking, where is the channel? What channel are you talking about? So the game is being shown on BCN Sports. If you have access to BCN Sports, that's where you need to watch. As Gueye tried to, I don't know what Gueye was trying to do, but here's Nicholas Jackson to Sadio Mané. And Sadio Mané, top of the 18. And Fatih did well to take the ball off his foot. And you know, Egypt kicking the ball long. Sarr does well, get the ball down to Papa Gueye. Gueye looking left for Mané. Turns his man. Instead of going to Mané, he goes back to Nketiah. Nketiah to... This looks like Camara. Camara looking long for Nicholas Jackson. Can Nicholas Jackson? No, he cannot. Just kick the ball right to his defender. And here's Egypt breaking away. I was just about to say, you know, Nicholas Jackson. I like Nicholas Jackson. It's just that he needs multiple attempts to do something good. And I was just about to say he's due to do something well, but that's not the time. So another time. And that's no knock on Nicholas Jackson, by the way. So I don't want nobody come at me. But you know that's how he is, right? Here's Sarr in possession in Senegal's right at the center circle. And here's Jackson with that one touch. Got the ball out to Diouf. Diouf out to Sané. Mohamed Sadio Mané got by his man, and Haney does well recovering and kicking the ball out for a corner. So it's another corner kick to Senegal. You're seeing the age. You are seeing the age on Sadio Mané. But he is getting by Haney, and he's getting by him easily. It's just that one extra touch that's not there. But danger signs should be out there, as Diatta will be kicking an in-swinging corner kick. There's some brouhaha going on in the middle with Nicholas Jackson, as usual, and Haney. And Nicholas Jackson is trying to plead his case to the referee. The referee said, I don't care. Stop touching me. And stop touching him. And just play the game. That's what the referee said. Here's Diatta doing with the in-swinging free corner kick. Instead, he went short to Sané. Sané to the top of the 18. Here's a long shot. It's a dangerous shot. Goalkeeper did well. But Sarr with a long shot from about 25 yards out. And goalkeeper had to get down smartly to get that. Telling you, warning signs out there. Big up to Elias Torres. Elias Torres said he's from Mexico and need to look this play. So if you're in Mexico, let me see. Give me a second, Elias. I'll tell you where to watch the game if you're in Mexico. I'm seeing BCN Sports everywhere. Everywhere BCN Sports. If you're in the UK, Channel 4. If you're in India, you can watch it on Fan Code. If you're in Italy, you can watch it on Sport Italia. If you're in Sub-Saharan Africa, you can watch it on Super Sport. Australia, Canada, United States is BCN Sports. Also, United States, you can watch it on Fubo. In Italy, Sport Italia. Netherlands, you can watch it on Ziggo Sport. South Africa, you can watch it on SABC Sport. So if you have access to any of those with a VPN, you can watch that, Elias. So big up yourself, Elias. Erastus Onyango is asking how are the scores. It's still 0-0. Still 0-0 in the game between Senegal and Egypt. Senegal with another corner kick. And this time it's going to be Diouf with another in-swing corner. First half, they were doing out-swinging corners. Now they're doing in-swinging corners. Senegal need a goal. They are playing a lot better. They need a goal. And Senegalese players down in the box. Can't be a penalty. Referee smiling, saying, can't be a penalty, boss. The ball hasn't been kicked yet, so get up. Come on, Papa Gueye. That, as Trezeguet and Papa Gueye had some little coming together, but Papa Gueye is trying to make it look like he got shot. All right, so Elias said he got it. Good. Hang around with us, Elias, if you can. Or subscribe to the YouTube channel if you can. Enjoy the game. If you're watching it live, enjoy the game. If you want to hang around and listen to the commentary while you're watching the game, we'll also appreciate that. So Diouf now getting ready to kick the corner kick. The referee still trying to sort things out. Here's a corner, in-swing corner. A poor header, and the ball bouncing around the top of the 18. And finally cleared out there by Egypt. But here's Mamouche trying to get a breakaway into the a counter-attack and a poor pass out there by Trezeguet, but Marmoush did well to earn Egypt a throw-in. Egypt now in possession. Getting the ball back to Abdelmagoud. Abdelmagoud out right to Ibrahim. Ibrahim looking long, trying to get to, I don't know who he was trying to pass the ball to, but Senegal is now back in possession. Here's Idrissa Gueye. Gueye to Nicholas Jackson. Jackson is due. Jackson is due to do something well. Here's Camara out left to Juve. Juve get the ball out to Sadio Mané. Sadio Mané back to Idrissa Gueye. Gueye looking inside for Papa Gueye. Papa Gueye taken down from behind, right in front of the referee. It's now a free kick 30, 35 yards away from goal to the left. If they had Szoboszlai, this would be a chance. Big up to all the Liverpool fans out there. As Papa Gueye, he felt the tug on the back of his shirt and he went down. I was looking at the replay again. The initial header out for the corner was a poor one, and Sadio Mané won the second one, trying to get the ball back to the penalty spot, and it was eventually cleared away there by Trezeguet. Free kick to Senegal, 30, 35 yards out. Juve is standing over it. Papa Gueye is standing over it. You know what? You're 40 yards, 30 yards away from goal. You don't need 3 players over the wall. Big up to Akon. Akon is in the stands. Big up to Akon. And here's the free kick. It's a long... And... Wow. Niakate, all he had to do was get a touch on it. And maybe that could have gone into the goal, but the goalkeeper was able to catch the balls comfortably. Here's Salah losing possession of the Juve again. And Nicholas Jackson just turned and passed the ball to the Egyptian players. This is crazy. But Ndiaye wins the throw-in for Senegal. That was crazy from Nicholas Jackson. And I'm not picking on Nicholas Jackson. It was crazy. Here's Juve in possession. Getting the ball back to Papa Gueye. Gueye with a plat. Or I guess they call that feint. Over to nobody. But here's Sadio Mané. Sadio Mané with the first touch. Gets inside with his right foot. Bundled over there by Atia. Guess I can say he did well. Here's the ball looking long for Salah. This is where Salah can be dangerous. Running at Juve on the right wing. Has Juve for company, and Juve did well taking the ball off Salah's foot. That was a beautiful tackle here by Juve. He is ready for this Salah challenge. He definitely is ready for this Salah challenge. I see this is the beauty of AFCON. Big up to Elias. Elias is asking, do I love tacos? Which one is my favorite? Of course I love tacos. I've never met anybody who doesn't like tacos. You know what? I like fish tacos. Now, we live in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta, and tacos in Atlanta is different, as it's a throw-in to Egypt. But I got to get this taco story out. So, well, some of the people watching right now, we got to get the taco story out. I love tacos. But where I live, I hate corn tortilla. It just tastes bad to me. Right? Now, when I went to visit California, and normally when you go somewhere and you order tacos or order anything with hold on, Sadio Mané here breaking down to the Egyptian left wing, and it's now a throw into Senegal deep in Egypt. I soon tell you my taco story. The throw into Senegal deep in Egypt's half. Here's Nicholas Jackson. You know Nicholas Jackson going to score. I am convinced Nicholas Jackson is going to score. I remember I tell you, he always does stupidness and then he gets one thing right. It's a goal. Watch. I'm telling you right now, Nicholas Jackson is going to score or is going to get an assist. And I have no favorites in the game. Here's Sadio Mané out left. Gets by Haney this time. Now he has Mohamed Salah for company. Gets the ball over to the right to Diatta. Diatta fakes a cross. Tries to shoot with the left foot. Deflected out. Got the ball out to Endai. Here's Endai in possession. Get the ball back to Gueye. Gueye looking far post. And the ball took a weird curve and just got into the hands of Shenawi. But yeah, so tacos. I only eat flour tortillas. I'd never liked corn tortilla. They just tasted bad. But then when I went to I went to California. And I forgot to tell the person I wanted flour tortilla. And I got corn tortilla. It was one of the nicest things. I never knew corn tortilla could taste that good. When I told the person, I said, yo, is this corn? She said, yeah. I said, I never knew it tasted this good. And I told her I'm a taco store. She's like, yeah, you're not getting real corn tortilla. You're getting processed corn tortilla. They make theirs there. I'm like, oh my God, greatest thing ever. So yes, I like tacos. Here's Egypt in possession, deep in the Senegal half. Haney going all the way back to Atia. Atia goes all the way back to Abdel Magoud. Abdel Magoud out left to Rabia. Rabia looking long. Marmouche is able to take it down. Got one touch Ashore. Here's Ashore to Trezeguet with a poor pass to Trezeguet. The Trezeguet is forced to go back, but instead he tries to do a back heel for Ashore. And now Ashore takes down Diatta, and it's now a free kick to Senegal. Ashore should have done well with that. He should have done better with that. He should have done better with that pass to Trezeguet. Egypt was in. That was a poor pass by Ashore. And do remember, we have our BCN Sports every Sunday live at 5 p.m. Eastern. We do our World Football show where we discuss all things world football. And also on Wednesday nights, we have what we call the halftime show. So tonight we'll have our halftime show at about 9 p.m. Eastern, where we discuss all things in world sports. So keep it locked right here. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page. We're on the road to 550 subscribers. Here is Kamara. Kamara out right to Endai. Endai getting by Fatih. Now looking for a cross, looking for a pass, looking for something. Goes all the way back to Diatta. Diatta looks inside. Here's Papa Diouf. Papa Gueye. And Marmouche earns Egypt a free kick against Idrissa Gueye. Very fortunate that the referee bought that foul. Very fortunate, because that was a soft tackle there. Anyway, here's Senegal back in possession. Egypt is now feeling a little bit froggy as we are now 23 minutes into the second half. Here's Nicholas Jackson. Like I said, he's due for one, and that's not the time. Easily taken away by Rabia, but he tries to go long. Could only get it to Gueye, and now here's Papa Gueye. Has Diouf out there for company. Gets the ball out to Diouf. Diouf looking left for Kamara. Kamara trying to get by Fatih. He's unable to do so. Or trying to get by Haney. Unable to do so. Here's Haney with possession. Get the ball out to Fatih. Fatih looking long for Marmouche. Easily dealt with there by Niakate. And he got back to Idrissa Gueye. And here's Gueye coming right back at Egypt. Here's Diatta out wide to Endai. Endai got by Trezeguet easily, but put the ball in and is cleared out by Rabia. Elias says it's Verdad in California. Oh, it's true. In California, the tortilla is different from the Mexican tortilla. In the USA, the tortilla is sweet because it's made of yellow corn, and in Mexico, the corn is white and it's savory. It's very delicious. You have to try the Mexican. I have to try the Mexican tortilla. I definitely have to try the Mexican one. Don't know when, but I will try it. Here's just a Gui. Getting the ball out left to Papa Gui. Gui to Mane. Mane has Haney for company. Also Salah with a watchful eye on Mane. Gets the ball back to just a Gui. Probing. Senegal is now probing. Mohamed Salah does well to take the ball off his foot. And here's Mamouche. Mamouche trying to get Salah away, but Salah, 5 years ago, that would be danger. But today, Niakate is easily outrun Salah on that pass. Here's Ndai in possession. He turns, he skins Rabia alive. And it looks like Trezeguet took him down. And it's now a free kick to Senegal. And even after taking him down, Trezeguet now tries to flop. And I don't know why Trezeguet did that, but get up, Trezeguet. Free kick to Senegal. Here's Niakate. Niakate in possession, looking up. Gets the ball back to Sarr. Sarr out right to Diatta. Diatta back to Sarr. Sarr back to Niakate. Niakate out left to Juve. And the Egypt press caught them off guard there. As Ashur and Salah and Marmouche, the three-man press. But unfortunately for them, the ball went out for a throw into Senegal. Here's Nicholas Jackson. He is due. Nicholas Jackson takes on three defenders and gives the ball away. I believe Nicholas Jackson is going to score. 19 minutes left in the game. It's the first semifinal of the day. The second one will be coming up later. It will be Nigeria versus Morocco, the host Morocco. Here's Diatta. Gets the ball out right to Camara. Camara tries to put the ball in and Rabia hits the ball. This has got to be like the 10th corner for Senegal. Surely they're going to make something count. Elias is asking what's a typical Senegalese food. I'm not from Senegal. I'm actually Jamaican. Let me tell you what. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to Google it. I'm not going to disrespect any nation. I'll let you know what's the Senegal national dish after this corner kick. Here's a corner kick. Headed out there by Moose, but it only goes out to Ndai with a deflected shot. And Ndai tries to do a half volley and the ball went out for a goal kick. So, anybody from Senegal or know better, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm seeing here they have yassa, which is a lemon, onion, marinated chicken or fish over rice, and mafi, which is a peanut stew. They also have theo bodine, which is a fish and rice recipe. They also have thiakri, which is a yogurt and couscous, millet couscous. And the staples that they normally eat include rice, fish, meat, okra, and vibrant sauces like spicy kanai. Oh yeah, I'm definitely. You know when people talk about African food, and again, this is just from me, from my perspective, from where I am. When anytime I hear about African food, I'm also always thinking about jollof rice, I'm always I'm thinking about okra stew, fufu. I hear the cross into the box, headed away by Abdel Magud, and then now Ibrahim with a cleanup, and Hani with a long kick out. Could only get as far as Camara, and Camara gives a possession. This is Trezeguet having Ndai for company. Trezeguet putting himself into a box. He eventually gets the ball back to Ibrahim, who tries to kick it long, only gets to Ndai. And they now try to go all the way back to Sarr. And Sarr left it for Mendy, with Ashore breaking on him. But here's Diatta. Diatta back to Sarr. Sarr over to Niakate. Niakate back to Sarr. Sarr over to Diatta. Here's Diatta in possession. Gets the ball into Gueye. Gueye back to Diatta. Does well. Here's Ndai. Under pressure. Gets out of it. Looking inside to Idrissa Gueye. Gueye looking out left to Juve. Senegal has been very impressive with their ball movement. They just need to score. They just need to score. Now we have a throw into Egypt. The Egypt coaches are confirmed because they know. I think they see the writing on the wall. I think they see that at the rate that they're going, Senegal is going to score. Yeah, Elliot. So fufu is a starch. So what they do, they pound ingredients like cassava, yams, or plantains, and they put it into a smooth, like dough, like a little ball. But yeah, it is a starch that they pound together. It's very nice, very nice. You can eat it with stew, you can eat it with anything. You can eat it instead of rice. It's a very good substitute for rice. Here's a long shot, and it's a goal out of nothing. Camara. No, sorry. Sadio Mané with a great goal from outside the 18. It was coming. That goal was coming. It looks like Papa Gueye tried a long shot, got deflected, got to Sadio Mané, and just out of nothing, Sadio Mané just put his foot through the ball, and the goalkeeper just stood there stunned. This is a player that Benton wanted to be off the field. And Sadio Mané says, you take this, Benton. Sadio Mané with a goal for Senegal. I don't know why. I guess they're looking if that was offside by Nicholas Jackson. That would be the most Nicholas Jackson thing. As Idrissa Gueye was the one that tried the long shot, got deflected, bounced right into Sadio Mané, and Sadio Mané just said, okay, I'll take it. Egypt is trying to say he handled the ball under control. I don't see that. That ball was kicked so hard, the goalkeeper knew nothing about it. Wow. And big up to Marco. Marco come in and says Egypt himself. Yo, look at the Senegalese. I've seen some beautiful women at AFCON. I don't know. I don't want to put myself in trouble and try to pick which country have the most beautiful women. But wow. And the goal counts. I don't know what they were thinking about. I don't know what they were conferring about. But that's a goal for Senegal. Senegal leading 1-0. They're 1 foot into the final as we enter into the 80th minute. Big up Marco Pratt. Said Egypt himself. I get it. I get it. I understand. I understand. They have a third place playoff in AFCON, right? So, but I'm still going to maintain Nicholas Jackson is due. Like I said all the time, Nicholas Jackson will do 15 crazy things, and then the next thing he does, he scores. Looks like Egypt is now making a substitution. Zizo is coming on. So they're putting on Zizo for Rabia. And this is another system change. Let's see how they're changing this now. So taking off Rabia for Zizo. I mean, you know, Senegal tried. I mean, not Senegal. Egypt tried, but Senegal a big side, brother. Senegal is a big side. See, Zizo for Rabia. Anyway, now Egypt has to go for this. That goes without saying. So there might be more goals in this. Senegal now readies some more substitutions. The referee says, come, make it a sub. Before that, Ashore is off for Egypt, and they're putting on. Oh, that. Mohammed is coming on for Ashore. So we have Mohammed coming out for Ashore. This is their third window. So are they making all their subs right now? Look like it. Anyway, back to the game. Surely the Senegalese fans can feel it now. We have 5 minutes left, and they're taking off Nicholas Jackson. You know what? Nicholas Jackson said he's saving his goals for the final. They're also taking off Diatta. So they're taking off both Diatta and Nicholas Jackson. I'm disappointed. Because I wanted to prove my point that Nicholas Jackson always does stupidness and then come back and do well. So Diatta is being replaced, Ismail Sarr, and Ndai is coming on for Nicholas Jackson. Ball goes into the box, comfortably taken up there by Mendy. Why, I tell you, cameraman. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. Sadio Mané is down. The referee is saying, just cool them on. Sadio Mané is down. Let's see, Ndai. The Egyptian fans look a little bewildered right now. I think it looks like reality might be setting in. Kind of looked that way to me for them, unfortunately. And Egypt had a good run. They had a good run. But can they pull a rabbit out the hat? Here's a throw into Egypt. Midway to the Senegalese half, as Camara was the one that brought it out. Trying to get the ball inside to Salah. We have a throw-in for Senegal. However, the Egyptian player seems to be down. The referee looks pissed off. The referee looks annoyed by all the theatrics. As Ndai, Abdel Magoud, Ndai pushed him off. He did push him off, but he didn't need all that theatrics. And I think the referee looked at him and said, dude, you're down 1-0. You're not leading 1-0. And then Abdel Magoud jumped over Ndai to win a free kick. So here's a free kick to Egypt. He's looking out right for Haney. Haney gets the ball back to Ziza. Ziza gets the ball across Abdel Magoud. Abdel Magoud over to Ibrahim. Looking long for Trezeguet. How did he get this wide open down the left wing? Cuts into his right foot. And here's Trezeguet back again in possession. Looking. Can't find a cross. And he tried to get the ball to Marmoush. But here's Trezeguet back in possession. This could be dangerous. Here's Ibrahim, puts the ball into the box. Headed on. Cleared away by Senegal. But Ibrahim back in possession right to the center circle. Get the ball by Abdel Magoud. Abdel Magoud was all the way back to Shanawi. Shanawi looking kind of perturbed. Gets the ball out to Zizo. Zizo out to Haney. Haney back to Zizo. Zizo back to Abdel Magoud. Abdel Magoud out to Ibrahim. Got two Senegalese players on him, but he does well to split them and got the ball up there too. What kind of stupidness is that? But here's Egypt. Can they get by the stupidness? Yes, they can. Here's Haney. Looking long. Egypt into the box. And I don't know what the referee just called, but Guehi tried to shield the ball out. I was unsuccessful to doing so. And the referee looked like he bailed him out as Zizo got into the 18, got around Guehi, tried a back heel. I don't know what the referee called there. Even though Senegal did win possession. So it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. As we're seeing a replay of what could be the winning goal. Marco says Jackson is trash. Oh, man. Hey, do remember to hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Quite a number of people watching here. Big up to all those watching on Facebook. Quite a number of people watching here on Facebook. We're on the road to 550 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, please, please, please. If you haven't done so, go over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We are 13 subscribers away. Big up to our new 3 subscribers we just got. Big up, big up, big up. And here's Senegal in possession. Trying to get the ball into Ndai. Ndai trying to maintain and hold on to this 1-0 lead. Trying to get the ball in there by, was that Camera? A fortuitous touch there. And I don't know what Trezeguet was doing trying to cross the ball, but a beautiful takedown there by that, Sadio Mané, who did well. Got the ball back to Mendy. Mendy now getting the ball long. And Egypt does well, winning the ball. Here's Egypt pressing again on Senegal. Looking for the ball into the box. Got over everybody, but eventually cleared away there by Diatta. Ball back to Haney. Haney with Zizo with a poor first touch. Could have done better. But Niakate just ushered the ball back to his goalkeeper, Mendy. We're in stoppage time. 5 minutes of stoppage time. We're in the 93rd minute, 2 minutes left. Where was this Egypt, though? Where was this Egypt? So this is not the same Egypt we saw earlier. But here's Egypt going long. Ball taken down here. Here's Zizo. He's been very lively since he come on. Zizo looking into the box. He chose not to go to Trezeguet on the left wing. It was easily taken away there by Senegal. But here's Sadio Mané. Got the ball up to Ndai. Ndai. Oh, if they wanted a second goal. Oh, if they wanted a second goal, they could have gotten it. And I think the referee called offsides, I guess. And now another. As motion is coming on for Fati. So motion is on for Fati as Egypt is now throwing everything at Senegal. Now they have a throw-in. Here's Trezeguet. So Egypt never employ a long throw in their life? Guess not. Here's Zizou. Soon make the substitution. There's too much stuff going on for me to put that substitution in right now. But know that Fati is off, motion is on. And Haney now wins the throw-in for Egypt. We're entering the last minute of stoppage time or of extra time or stoppage time. 1 more minute. Here's Abdel Magoud. Getting the ball out left. A perfect first touch here by Zizou. Down to Trezeguet. Back to Zizou. A long shot and right into the graceful arms of Mendy by Marmouche. That deserved a better shot. That deserved a better shot there, Mamouche. 30 seconds left in stoppage time. And here's a long pass. Another free header here for the Egyptians. Back to Marmouche. And blocked by Niakate. Here's another long ball again into the box. Senegal is the first, but Egypt is won the second pass. And he's now taken down there. The Senegalese bench is signaling to the referee. Referee, we're in the 11th second of the 95th minute. You said 5 minutes. Here's a long throw in. Ball bounces up. Cleared away, and that's it. That is it. Wow. Exciting, exciting, close to the game as Sadio Mané is now telling his teammates, relax, relax, relax. Those are the gesticulations by Sadio Mané, as like we normally see in a semi-final game. The joys of a victory and the agony of defeat, all in the same space. It's a surreal thing. Sadio Mané with a goal, and he's telling his teammates, calm down, calm down. Pretty much saying, look, man, we haven't done anything yet. We just got to the finals. Let's enjoy the moment, but let's not go overboard with it. Wow. What a game. What a game. Wait, I didn't update the score? Thought I did. Anyway, that is the final. Senegal defeated Egypt 1-0. Look, if this first game is any indication, you know what? The whole AFCON has been so great, like we talked about earlier. This has been a great tournament. Big up Elias. I just see it, Elias. Just the scoreboard says zeros. I literally just saw it. I'm sorry. Normally we have more people doing the show, and we have multiple people on the show, but you know, because it's a work day and I'm sick. I took a sick day at work. I was the only one on the stream, so I had to do everything. But it's updated now. Senegal defeated Egypt 1-0. A great football game there. Egypt was always second fiddle in this game. Egypt was always behind in this game. Senegal was always the better team. But Egypt maintained enough of a threat going forward. And especially in the last 5 minutes of the game, we saw we saw Egypt come out there and try it and made a game out of it. But Sadio Mané was the difference. The possession was the difference in the game. Senegal probably ended up with probably 60% of the ball. At parts in the game was a lot more. So Senegal, the better team, made it to the final. But Egypt, they can walk with their heads held high. Definitely a great final. We're getting ready for the second semi-final. Nigeria versus Morocco, the host Morocco. We're going to take a break. I'm going to shut the stream down. We'll forward back again after this. Do remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I have a lot of people watching on Facebook. If you haven't done so as yet, come over on the YouTube channel. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. We are on the road to 550 subscribers. We're trying to get to 550 subscribers today. We're trying to get to 550 today. Currently we're at 537. We need 13 more subscribers. So do remember, let me put the YouTube channel here in the chat. But that's the end of the game. Senegal won. Egypt 0. End of the game. Senegal gone to the final. They can now go in the locker room, put their feet up, and watch what could be an even more exciting semi-final, if that's even possible. I am expecting a great game between Nigeria and Morocco. I'm going to shut the stream down. I'll be back in an hour. The game kicks off at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to be right back. But do remember, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page. Come over to our YouTube page. We're on the road to 550. Do remember, we have our show tonight called Halftime Show. We'll be talking all things world sports. We're going to talk NFL. We're going to talk world football. We have to talk about the firing or the resignation of Xabi Alonso, depending on which side of the coin you sit on. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Michael Carrick being appointed as the caretaker manager at Manchester United. We have a lot of things to talk about today. So do remember to keep it locked. I'll be right back. We'll be back on in about an hour or so for the second match, the big match, Nigeria versus Morocco. Let me see who will win. Where the game played out, I think the better team won. The second game, I think those are two identical teams, two even teams. That's going to be a game to watch. So do remember, keep it locked right here on BCN Sports. You know, you can also follow us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast, on Blue Sky at Ball Chat Podcast, on Facebook at Ball Chat. You can also send us an email at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. This is BCN Sports. We'll be right back.